Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Filmmies. This is our award show that we do at the end of every episode. We have 6 awards that we're going to give to the movie, different people involved, different parts of the movie. First one being our fit check. Very interested to see where you went with this one. There's not whole lot going
No.
on. Who gets your fit check? Best or worst fit of the movie?
Yeah, this one was tough, and whatever. I mean, it's not just war movies. There's certain movies where maybe guys are all everyone's just in suits or something like that, where it's just like, man,
Mhm.
I'm really pulling at strings here, and I was pulling at strings for this. I did go
That's
best
fair.
fit, and it's more so what the fit did in the scene it was in. I know it sounds kind of strange, but anyway, I give it to contractor team lead, which was Ray Fiennes' character's name on IMDb,
Okay.
and
Okay. Yeah.
he's mostly wearing tactical gear for the most part, but it's the cuff, what do you call it, the scarf, I think I wrote
Like
it
the head
down,
wrap
the
thing.
kafilha or whatever. There's like a specific name for it. I don't,
Yeah.
like in the Middle East they have it, but I'm just gonna call it a scarf because I can't remember what it's called, but it's doing the heavy lifting, because to me it's just the part of it that makes me give him the fit check award is the reveal, because I know he's in this movie. So
Yeah.
what? Yeah, did you know he's in this movie?
No.
No. So when he took it off, I was like, "Oh snap, he's in this movie." So
Yeah.
that's literally the justification for my fit check, because it worked in the reveal and nature of him taking it off, and I'm like, one, it's like, oh, he's one of their own, and I was like, oh, and it's also him. Like I didn't realize he's
Yeah.
in this movie, so that's why he got my fit check because
Hey
of
man, I
that.
don't blame you. This is gonna be a weak award in this movie. It's just the nature of the movie.
Yeah.
I gave mine to the big bomb suit,
Okay.
and it's not even like, oh, it looks super cool or like a worse fit. It looked terrible. It's really important to the movie.
Mhm.
Like this is a EOD, like a bomb squad tech, and this is the suit that they wear. And when I think of this movie, one thing I think of will be that big ass suit. So
Yeah. No, that was
simple as
literally,
that.
that was my little thought too, but I was just like, I couldn't like put the words together for why I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give my fit check to the bomb suit. I'm like, oh, that sounds kind of weird. I'm like, why am I giving it to a bomb suit? But it ends up just being, you know what? It's a big part of the movie. Like I completely understand your reasoning for giving it because of that.
Yeah,
Because otherwise, what else are you really gonna give it to? It's
yeah. So for that reason, we're not going to spend any more time on that
no,
award.
we
We're going
will
to
not.
move straight ahead to the Ferris Bueller Award. This is our lazy award,
Mm.
something that someone did on screen or behind the scenes that we consider lazy. Who gets your Ferris Bueller Award?
So I went very literal with this one, and I gave
Okay.
it to William James. And it's for not cleaning the ammo himself, like cleaning the ammo himself when like they're doing like the shootout, like the
Hmm.
sniper shootout. And to me, it'd make more sense like if he's not, like he went back to his post and was kind of looking, but he was like, "Hey, Eldridge, clean this." And he just stared at him. He's like, "Spit on it." Dude, I'm like, "Why aren't you just doing it?" It's not like you were like you handed off to him. It's like, "No, I gotta focus." He turned around, got off post, and he's like, "Clean this, spit on it, do that, rub it." I'm like, you could literally could be doing all these things you're directing him to doing, and then just give it back to JT. Like I just didn't. To me, I was like, this is, you're just being lazy at this point. You just, yeah, I had to give it to him for that. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, this is another one that's like, I had trouble picking a lazy word in this movie too. There wasn't like a
Yeah,
glaring
no,
thing.
same.
So that's a fair one. You're right. The fact that he's just watching him do this, like if you're like, okay, I'm gonna give you this so I can do something else in the
Yeah,
meantime, but that's not what he
but he
did.
was, and that's why I was thinking I literally had to go back to that scene. I was like, was he being lazy? Because I was like, at first when I went back to the scene to rewatch it, I'm like, okay, no, he's busy. He's like, yo, do this, like get to see if help us get more ammo. Like when he initially says get more ammo, I'm like, okay, yeah, he's busy,
Hmm.
he's doing this. But then he's like, it needs to be clean, and then he leaves his post and then starts instructing. I'm like, you could have literally done all these things.
Yeah,
So I had to give him to that, and like I said, it
we
was hard to
we
find
do get a
anything else.
nice moment. Yeah, it was hard to find, but we do get a nice moment, like when he realizes that Eldridge is struggling,
Yeah.
and he comes down. He's like, "Hey, it's okay, man. Use your pack. Use your water." Like he kind of shows that leadership.
Mm.
That was a nice moment.
Yeah, no, it was a nice moment. I agree. But what about you? Who
Um,
gets your Ferris?
my Ferris, I gave to, again, this is not a great one, but I gave it to the soldiers at the gate of the camp,
Okay.
and it's for letting James leave in the truck with the DVD guy. Like, we don't
Mm.
see a scene of them like going through the gate and like how maybe he hid under the seat or something, but like I just feel like that shouldn't be possible. I feel like someone was being lazy. I didn't see it happen, but I feel like for him to get out of uniform by himself in this truck, like there's no way they don't check that truck as they leave the camp. So I feel like someone was being lazy, and yeah.
That's justified. I 100% agree. Yeah, that's a very good point. I didn't even think about too. Where I was like, would it be this really easy to escape like that? Like you're just gonna duck? I feel like anybody coming in and out, they're checking your whole truck. This is like you're
Yeah.
going in and out of the border, basically. You know what I mean? Like, it's a very good point.
So I didn't see it, but I feel like someone was being lazy. So
Good. That's a good pick. It's a good Ferris.
yeah. Next, we got our sixth man, our Peyton Pritchard Award. This is someone with a small role that did the most with that small opportunity. Who gets your sixth man?
I gave it to Beckham. And
Nice.
it's mostly for the way he comes in. Like he comes in hot. Like he's a little kid, but he comes in with so much personality. He comes in, I guess I think he said he comes in saying the N word, and it's the one line which I almost gave up my quote, but it was too wild to give a quote. But when he's saying, he's like, "Yo, what do you want? Like I get you donkey porn, girl on dog, like whatever you want." I'm like, "Yo,
Yeah.
what?" I'm
Are you
like,
gay? You want gay porn? Like
yeah,
I got you.
exactly. I was like, this is crazy. So like I gave it to Beckham, like very short and simple. He just came in hot and I had to give him love for that.
It's a great pick. I was very close to picking him too. And like his subplot was really good too. So I
Yeah.
think that he gets credit for that as well. I ended up giving it to Colonel John Cambridge,
Okay.
who is the psychiatrist, the doctor that Eldridge is
Mm,
always talking to. I really like that storyline. You talked about you didn't love it as much.
yeah.
I really liked it. I thought, Eldridge, like the guilt when they had that conversation for the first time in the camp. Um, and he says like, yeah, you don't know anything about being out there. Come out there and maybe you can experience it. And even when he's freaking out and he's holding the gun and he's like, look, he's alive, he's dead,
Yeah.
he's alive, he's dead. Like he's freaking out. And so I really like that storyline. Unlucky choice of when to leave the base.
Yeah.
That's tough.
That
I
is
mean,
tough.
the one day you choose to go out and you get blown up, but then even Eldridge reacting to that. He comes out, he grabs helmet, he's like, "No, where Cambridge? Where are you? We got to get him. We got to get him." And we're like, "He's gone." But I just thought that subplot was really good, so I gave him a six man.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point. And shout out to anybody that's a Dexter fan. He's a big part of the show Dexter. When I saw him too, it was another
Oh,
moment
is
for
he?
me. I was like, oh snap, that's the dude from Dexter. But yeah, but no, it's a great pick. It's a great pick.
Okay.
I like that.
Next up, we got our favorite quote. Self-explanatory. What was your favorite quote?
My favorite quote went to Cambridge
Ah, okay.
to go right off of your sixth man, and it's when he said he was talking to Eldridge, and he said, you know, this doesn't have to be a bad time in your life. Going to war is a once in a lifetime experience. It could be fun, and
That was
that is a
crazy.
crazy quote, and that's why I had to mention it because I was like, this is a crazy quote, and that kind of taps into like propaganda reinforcement, where I'm almost
Mm,
like, are they just telling the doctor to say this to people? Like I don't know, because that's just a wild thing to say. You know what I mean? Like a regular human, I feel like wouldn't say that unless told to say it. So I just thought it
hmm
was an interesting quote, and that's why I gave it to like my favorite quote because I wonder if it was put in there as like a thing to talk about how like, hey, these guys are kind of they kind of have to be reinforced like this, and like the people that they talk to, like the doctors or the psychotherapists or whatever this guy's title was, that's kind of what they go through. And I just thought it was
mm.
interesting that to have that in there.
That's a really good point. I have no idea if that is
Yeah, I don't
accurate.
know.
Um, but it's certainly possible. You're right. Like I mean, in order to get people to keep signing up and like for recruitment, you'd have to like kind of push this like positive thing.
Yeah,
So do they just do they have their doctors and like the higher ups when they're talking to people to kind of be like, yeah, this could be great. It could be fun.
I
It's a
don't
great
know.
question. I don't know.
But what about you? What was your favorite quote?
So my quote I gave to Colonel Reed,
Mm.
who is I had to look that up. He's the guy that talks up James for disarming like 700 bombs.
Mm.
He's like I don't know, so he's a colonel I guess is his rank.
Yeah.
but he seemed like he was like in charge of everybody. I don't know how the ranks work, but he
Yeah.
seemed like he was higher up than everyone. Like even James, who's higher than Sanborn and Eldridge, was calling him sir and stuff. So I
Yeah.
assume he's higher. Anyways, his quote was after they shoot the guy that shot the car and started the fire, and he's looking over him. He says he's not going to make it, and the guy's looking at him. He's like, "We've got a survivable wound, sir. Like he can make it." He's like, "He's not going to make it." And then the camera moves off of the guy on the ground up to him, and then we just hear the gunshots, and they literally just execute this guy.
Yeah.
I was like, first of all, this dude's a monster.
Yeah.
That's insane. And second of all, like the whole theme of war being a drug, we see that with James' character. I think this is just another guy that they're showing like how the war being a drug is affecting this guy,
Mhm.
even maybe more extreme than James. We never see him execute someone.
No.
He's reckless, but he
Yeah.
never goes that far.
Mm.
And then after the whole car bomb disarmament, and he comes and he's like, "How many bombs you got?" 700. Oh, that's got to be
Yeah.
some kind of record. Like he's just having a great time. So we could see that he's one of those guys that's very comfortable in this situation.
Yeah.
He's killing people that can survive. Like this guy's just a monster.
Yeah. And it is interesting too. Like I was gonna mention that point earlier too, where that was another scene where like I couldn't read that guy at first because he was the fact that you said like, "Oh, you're a wild dude." I thought that was gonna be like a flip and being like, "We don't like wild guys around here," or like I don't know if it was like, but he was just all gung ho, and I wasn't expecting that. I'm like, okay, you guys like wild guys especially when they're dealing with bombs. I'm like, all right, but that guy
Yeah.
it was an interesting character, and like that is an interesting quote because yeah, no, that was like you said, it really just showed the wildness of the whole
Yeah,
environment they're in.
a lot of times quote is sometimes it's something that, is the fun something that was really funny
Yeah.
or has a deeper meaning or something or raised a question like it did for you. For me, that's just something that like stuck with me.
Yeah.
When he did that, I mean it's a fictional movie, but when he did that, he's not gonna make it. And the guy's looking at him and he's like, because he's respected the chain of command, but he's like, this guy's not dead. Like
Yeah.
we can one, save him from a humanity perspective, and two, maybe we can like get information from him and all this stuff. He just says he's not going to make it. And he looks at him, he's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's wild.
So it just stuck with me.
Yeah. No, it's a good quote.
Next, we got our best scene. What was your best scene?
So my best scene was the car bomb scene. And we talked about it in detail, and you mentioned a lot of my points, and it's pretty simple of why I really like this scene. It's the tension building, and we talked about how it's like it's the first element of like, oh, there's a guy recording over there. What's going on? I'm like, okay, is he recording because like the bomb is supposed to go off any second, or is something like an ambush about to happen? So there's that tension, and like just like JT running around, it's like, yo, I need you up post. Like he's running up. It's like all intense, and just like William James' character going through the car and like kind of discovering, okay, where does this chord lead? And like he's slowly, okay, it's not in the chair, it's not in the radio, it's not in this, it's not in here. He's going in the front. It's just like it's so intense. You know what I mean? Like you were talking about it too. It's like all the tension that's built up in this scene. And I just thought it was done so well. And we talked about how it was shot too. So very simple reasons, but like it's just to me, I was most engaged during this scene, so that's why. And I think it's a scene that when I think about this movie was one of the scenes that sticks with me the most. Kind of talking about like the quote thing, like it's the thing that stuck out to me, and this scene like very much stuck out to me when it happened, and like as I've left the movie, it's still a scene that really sticks with me on just how it was done.
Yeah, I agree. I think another thing is a couple things is one, the placement of like the car, like just in the wide open,
Yeah,
with all these tall buildings around it. So like you're super vulnerable.
Yeah.
This is a super easy place to ambush. They could all just be up on these rooftops, all come out at the same time. There's the one guy that shoots the car, but if you have like 10 dudes on different rooftops just emptying the clip into this car, surely it'll blow
Yeah.
up. And you have like 20 giant bombs in the trunk of this car. So the stakes of it is way higher because if all of this blows up, like it's going to blow up. I don't know exactly how much,
Yeah.
but it's going to do a lot of freaking damage. So much so that when he even takes the suit off, which again, like I get, like no one would ever do that. So if you're an army vet or an army guy, that might like piss you off.
Yeah.
But like from a viewing standpoint, it communicates like those stakes, because he said, he's like, whether I'm wearing the suit or not, like if all this blows up, like I'm toast.
Yeah.
So I might as well just take it off and like be comfortable. I could be a little mobile, like because he's got to like crawl into the car and cut the
Yeah.
seats open and all this stuff. So like that also really raises the stakes of it, which just ups the tension even more.
Yeah, he had that quote, which was almost my quote when he said, he's like, if this all goes off, we're all seeing Jesus or whatever. And it's like, I'm gonna die, I might as well be comfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah, which
exactly.
is
Yeah.
yeah, no, that definitely is another element that builds the stakes for that scene. But what about you though? What was your favorite scene?
The exact same one.
Oh, hey, we
Yeah, the
back.
car scene, that's a certified best scene.
We back.
This, yeah, super tense. He's looking around the whole car, like it, and like I said, they're really taking their time.
Mhm.
It's really slow. We spend a lot of time while we see him check every part of it. We're always cutting to Sanborn. They see the guy in the tower. They see the guy in the camera, and like Sanborn's also getting pissed off, right? He's like, because he's not communicating. He throws his headset off. Like there's just so much stuff going on in this scene that you just can't look away, and your cheeks are clenched the whole time.
Yes, that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, it's a cheek clencher.
Cheek
That's
clencher.
a certified cheek clencher.
Oh, great.
All right. Last but not least, we have our MVP. Who's your MVP?
I gave it to Catherine Bigelow. I think that's how you say her name.
Yeah,
yeah.
it is.
But no, like we talked about a lot of aspects of like the way that like the style of the film, and I really enjoyed the style. I liked I kind of had the mixes of, like we said, some moments it kind of felt like like that handheld cam. There was like almost like a documentary kind of look to it, in the sense of like, even as we were getting like street shots, it was just kind of just showing you the environment. See like a little cats limping, you kind of just like see like the trash and like just seeing people around. It kind of almost like felt like a documentary style in that sense of like, oh look, this is the environment you're in. They're kind of like establishing shots too, but again, just kind of the way like they did like the zoom ins and stuff like that. I thought that was interesting. That unpolished look that we were talking about, I think works really well with this. And there's even just one shot in particular I really wanted to shout out. It was within the opening scene, which again, it's like a juiced up thing for a movie, but as like Guy Pearce character is running away and the explosion hits, and when it does the zoom in on the car of like the car shaking and the dirt goes up in slow
Mm,
motion, I was like, oh, that's
and the
tough.
ground is like lifting.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like, that's tough.
you're
I
right.
like
That
that.
was cool.
I like that touch. But yeah, no, she gets my MVP for that. Just this one's always tough too, and we said this, and I feel like we say it all the time. It's You don't know the line of DP and director. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because it's a two-handed thing, but I'm just gonna give it to her in this sense. I'm sure James
I would
Cameron would like that.
I would assume that at least the idea for like having the unpolished look and like the boots on the ground feel came from her.
Mhm.
You know, it's then the cinematographer's job to
Bring it to life.
accomplish that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I would assume that decision was hers, and I think it
Mhm.
was a good decision. So
But
that's
yeah,
a fair point. And I mean, you're right. Like that moment at the first scene was really cool. There was a lot of choices that I think, like the no music in the action
yeah.
scenes, I think really elevated it, up the tension. So there was a lot of good choices. I agree.
The one thing that I what that it didn't confuse me. It was just something I never really like thought about or realized, is that like the way Guy Pearce's character died, it's like I thought he got further enough away that he wouldn't die. You know what I mean?
Same.
Like he got away. It felt like he kind of got away. The explosion happened, and it felt like, oh, this is gonna hurt. He's gonna hit the ground. But it's like the explosion happened, and immediately blood splattered out. And I was like, how did that happen? Did something go through the suit or something? Like that kind of confused me. I'm like, again, I don't really know the physics of explosions, and maybe the fact that he was close enough, like just the whiplash of it, or just like the with I don't know. Out of the reverb
Yeah.
of the bomb would kill you. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to.
Shockwave or
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to actually get like flames hitting you. But that kind of confused me. I'm like, well, again, this shows my ignorance of like I don't really know how a bomb would affect you if like just from like the distance. Like yeah, that part I wasn't sure about.
yeah, you're right. I kind of thought the same thing. And the thing that confused me the most was like at the end with the vest,
Yeah.
the vest bomb. Sergeant James or whatever, like he seemed like he was just as close.
That's what
or
I'm
just as
saying.
far. I mean, I suppose they're different bombs. The one with Guy Pearce was like a canister.
Yeah.
This one was like I think C4 strapped to the guy
Mhm.
all around the guy. So maybe the canister is a much stronger bomb. We have no
Yeah.
idea, but like it seemed like they were just as far.
Exactly. And that's what I was saying. That I knew I was gonna mention that, but I was like, again, I had to establish like this is just my ignorance. I don't know about the physics of how the different bombs would work and like what would be like. No, if you were that close to this kind of bomb, dude, come on. How do you not know that? I'm telling you, I
Right.
don't know.
Yeah.
I'm ignorant in this aspect of it. So that confused me because I was like, wait, how did he not die? I thought that was gonna be
Yeah.
our hero's moment of like he couldn't do it and like he's like the same distance as Guy Pearce's character and this is gonna be his dying moment, but it wasn't. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't really see our guys take a lot of damage. Just Eldridge, we see him get shot.
Yeah.
And he gets all pissed off at Jays. He's like when he gets in the helicopter, right? And he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, my legs shattered in all these places. Like, screw you. You didn't like. Yes, I know I got kidnapped and stuff, but you didn't have to like stroke your own ego or whatever.
Yeah.
Go out looking for trouble. All this." And then he's Sanborn comes in. And he's like, "Hey, you make it out. You get home safe, huh, you homies?" Like
Yeah.
obviously they have a different relationship, but that was funny. Just kind of like that contrast
No,
of
same.
being super pissed off and just dapping up your boy saying see you home.
That's a funny point. What about you though? Who's your MVP?
Mark Bowl is my MVP. He's the writer.
Okay.
I just thought it was a great story with interesting missions.
Mhm.
I thought kind of at the start of this movie, I thought we might just get the same thing over and over.
Mhm.
Like we saw, like we said, Guy Pearce in the first one, he goes out and he's disarming this canister and it blows up. And then Jeremy Renner comes in and then he's got to disarm like 6 of them. He all pulls them all up from the ground. So I was like, is all we're going to see in this movie is just like cutting wires and like,
mission.
and I'm sure like realistically, if this is your job, this is mostly the bombs that you're going to be disarming. So it is more or less the same thing over and over. But like, this is a movie. We want to see some different stuff.
Yeah.
So like there actually were different things. Like, yes, there were canisters involved in a lot of them, but there was the one with the car. Like they used them in different ways. There was a sniper shootout. I thought there were great characters. I liked, like I talked about, all the 3 of them going through the grief of war and having it affect them in different ways. I thought was really great. He was actually, Mark Bowl was embedded, which means he was like in the war zone, like on the front lines as a media person with an American bomb squad for 2 weeks in 2004.
Like in preparation for like to write a script or something, or just it would just happen to be coincidence.
That's a good question, actually. I don't think he did it with the intention of making a movie.
Okay.
I think he was just like a journalist or just a writer or something, and he did that, but then from that experience used stuff like that and made this obviously fictitious story, but like inspired by his experiences over there.
Okay.
But I thought it was just really well written, and you did make some points about like the kid storyline that was maybe a little off. It wasn't perfect, but I thought it was really well done.
Yeah, that's a fair point, and like it's a good award. A good pick. Sorry, a good award. MVP is a good award.
Yeah, it's a great award, huh?
It's a great pick. It's a great pick for the award. It's a good pick.
Yeah, it's just my favorite aspects of the movie were from him, so that's what I went with.
All right, we got we were back though. We got one certified
cheek clencher. We got
certified cheek clencher. We're gonna have to keep that around, man. We're gonna keep that around
for sure.
But
we gotta change the sound effect from like the wop 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 to like a
and then do it 3 times.
A triple cheek clench. Oh man.
I guess maybe it would just be a double if we both get it, because then it's like both of us at the same time. It's like, are we? Okay, this is getting it's a bit much. No, the third one's for the viewer, so it's like yours, mine, and then whoever's listening, all of us.
We all collectively clench.